All right, we're back for, we're going to call this a 10-minute power play today. This is a major here. We missed you a couple of weeks with the bad voice and the event up in Vegas. So tell us what's happened over the last couple of weeks. What's been your opinion of your 2 trips on the road?
The Air Force trip was frustrating because we felt like we could go up there and at least get a win, and to fall short by a goal both nights and literally just, even the first night we were down 4-1 and we cut it to 4-3 with 5 minutes left and all over them. We hit a post, we missed a breakaway, just miss an opportunity to tie it up 6-on-5 and then to go back out, get the lead on Saturday and then give it up. And the same thing all over in the last 5 minutes. We miss a breakaway to tie it, hit a crossbar to tie it. Right there, and we didn't feel like going into Omaha that we were a 1-3 team, and then we certainly didn't deserve to beat Omaha Friday. They deserved to win that game, but I don't think we deserved a 5-1 fate either. We played them fairly even, and they were just really opportunistic and executed better than we did, and scored on a lot of their chances, and we gave up too many odd man rushes. They were great in transition. And we fixed that on Saturday. Didn't give up nearly as many odd man rushes and made them kind of earn what they had to get a little bit more. And the guys had a nice moment. They had a nice moment coming back and tying it up and winning in a shootout. So we just want to parlay that and continue to build and move forward.
Speaking of building, as you look at it now, you had two character builder road trips, right?
Yep.
Now you got another one going across country and having to do it all over again in Colgate. So what do you expect out of this road trip?
It's going to be fun. It's a Wednesday to Sunday, so it's a lot of time on the road together. 3rd week in a row, I feel like it's Groundhog's Day. We're practice and pack our bag and get ready to go. So, that's where we are. It's where we are as a program, and it's early. The guys are fresh. They have plenty of energy. It's a light week, so we'll be ready Friday, and then we get to come and be home for a few weeks. So, we'll play Huntsville, and then we have an off week, then we play Penn State. So we get almost a month at home after this, and plenty of time to rest up when we're back.
So one of the things that I've noticed is like you said, you played close games, 1-goal games, things like that. So the program is definitely taking the steps in the right direction, I think.
Yeah.
As you're getting towards that home stretch in January, it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. You're going to have a chance to have everybody on the same page and playing some home games. So how important is that for you guys to kind of play 500 hockey until you get to that point?
Yeah, it's like I told everybody, like we haven't set a win-loss total goal for the year. We want to we kind of break up our season in segments and make short goals, and I think if you can focus and continue to just focus on what's in front of you, then your long-term goals and results will come, and we're not there yet as a program, and we have to take every experience that we have and figure out a way to learn from it and build off of it, and that's what we've done. That's what we've done. Air Force is a really, really good hockey team, and a team that was a goal away from a Frozen Four and returned their top 10 scores. Yeah. And so it's a tough place to play in altitude, and it took everything they had to sweep us. And and Omaha's a team that has 8 NHL draft picks, was in a Frozen Four recently, and we went in and salvaged a weekend on Saturday, and so we have to build off that. The guys, like I said all week, that you have to make that feeling of the joy of winning has to be so contagious and desperate to make you want to feel that every night, that it's got to outweigh the fear of losing. And I think once a team gets that and really grasps the value of the joy of winning outweighing the fear of losing, is when you can really achieve success at a sustainable level. And we needed it. We needed that last year. It took us really until Ohio State in January to feel this way, and for the guys to go into the room and go, all right, we can do this, but they know, they believe, and we just needed some bounces, and we got them. And it was the 4th game in 6 games where we pulled our goalie to get the equalizer, and we finally made it happen. So and then every time we pulled them, minus the second UMass game, we have been just, I mean, we're hitting posts, we're missing, I mean, just really close. So that got us over the hump, hopefully, and we just want to continue on with what we felt on Saturday.
You know, you brought up Groundhog Day, and the first thing that came to mind when I was watching things on the internet this weekend was the Ohio State game. Mm-hmm. And the passion that you guys had, not only to tie it, but you weren't done yet, right?
Yeah.
You got through the overtimes and got into the shootout, and that meant something to your program to get a W, what official or unofficial, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like I said yesterday. I mean, the dumbest thing about college hockey to me is that these overtime rules. Like, if you're going to play to an end, then you should get credit for winning. You really should. And if they want to stop the losing after 5-on-5, fine. And do what the ACHA does. If you go to a shootout and you win, you get a win. And if you go to a shootout and you lose, you get a tie. But I think somebody should be awarded a win. Right. Somebody should be rewarded for, we practice shootouts. We do some full ice 3-on-3 and 4-on-4. And so it's not like it's not hockey. If it's good enough for the NHL, it's good enough for us. And I think it's made the NHL exciting, going to that 3-on-3 overtime, and the team that wins gets a win.
Right.
So why in the hell is college hockey not doing it? It makes no sense. And if we're gonna have ties, then let's just end the damn thing after 5 minutes and go in the locker room.
Right.
So to me, it doesn't make any sense. I think it's great for hockey to have a 3-on-3 and a sudden death shootout. I think it's a fantastic format after a 5-on-5, 5 minutes. And I think if it goes beyond the 5-on-5, 5 minutes, we should award a winner, and then the team that doesn't get a win just gets a tie.
Let's talk a little bit specific without getting too specific, but I saw big number 47 on the ice today, getting some practice time in, so thinking he's going to be in the lineup for you this weekend?
Yep, he'll be back. He's been cleared. There'll be a big shot in the arm for us. Just size and skill and poise back on the back end, and he's a good player for us, and he always has been, and he's ready to go. He's excited.
So you can have him paired with Brinson, or too early to tell?
Yeah, I don't know yet. We'll see. I mean, that's always where he's been most comfortable. So if I had to guess, that would probably be where he will end up. But we have a few days to kind of feel it out and think. But we're just really happy that he's back.
When you look at your defensive core, we talked earlier in the year about this is a nice problem to have, isn't it? You got to find spots for a lot of talented players. So I'm sure you're scratching your head going like, who goes in? But
well, it's tough, because nobody really deserves to come out.
Right.
That's the problem. Is we have, we're going to have two really good players on the outside looking in, and it is what it is. That's what you want. You want depth. You want backside pressure. And, I mean, you got a kid like Max Ballinson who scored the 6-on-5 goal, and now he's fighting to stay in. And, so we're going to figure that out. It's going to be a hard decision, and we don't know which way we're going to go. But, again, it's a problem you'd rather have as a coach than not have.
And let's talk a little bit about your offensive lines. I know you juggled the lines up. The letter line was broken up a little bit. But tell me what you're experimenting with now, or without giving away too many secrets.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't a permanent thing. I literally just moved Dylan off that line with Bushy and Walker to see if I could get them a little energy to start the game. And it did. It gave them what I wanted it to give them. But then Crow looked a little lost without his sidekick Dylan. So I moved Holsey back after the first period, and then Crow was right back to himself. So it was just an energy type thing, and a little bit different of a dynamic. And we had lost 4 straight, so I wanted to change some things up, and it ended up not sticking. But that's what you got to do sometimes.
Talk a little bit about a couple of players that I've noticed that are new to the program. One is Gage Huff. Tell me a little bit about his play, and I know he sat out a few games as a healthy scratch, but are you getting what you wanted out of him in his role?
We certainly did Saturday. I was disappointed with his first weekend. Him and David Norris are our only 2 seniors, and I love those kids to death, and we're going to go as they go, because they provide a level of leadership and just experience that you can't invent it. You can't just have it. They have it, and they needed to, I think, take a step back and prioritize some things and figure out what we needed out of them, and it worked. I mean, that line was unbelievable with Gruber down the middle, and It was our best line, and they gave us what they needed what we needed them to give us, and now they got to do it. They got to do it every night and every practice and every day, because that's what this team needs. That's why they're here. That's why they were brought in, because we need that level of experience. And if they can continue to give us that depth and balance that they did on Saturday, we're going to be tough to beat.
I want to check in with your only red shirt and a kid that's working really hard. I watch him every day in practice when I'm here, and Austin Lemieux. And you talk a little about what it's like for him to be a red shirt, come into this program, but yet work his tail off day in and day out without any game action.
It's he's been incredible, because he's still like arguably one of our best players in practice on most days, and so it's frustrating because we wish we could use him, and then it's exciting because we know how good we think he's going to be for us after he continues to develop physically and just gain that hunger to play after sitting out a year. So we're really happy with his progress. This is a stretch. This will be the toughest stretch of the season for him when we're gone 3 weeks in a row.
Right.
And after this, we're not gone this much consecutively. And so, I mean, it's tough for kids that stay back because, they almost feel disjointed from the team. But he's gotten through it really well, and he's positive out here, and works hard and supports the guys, and we're just excited. I mean, every day we wake up, we're closer to him being eligible to play for us next year, and he's going to be a heck of a freshman.
So I've heard from around the locker room that he's a heck of a locker room guy and a real leader, also doing the off-ice stuff and the guys that stay back. And and I'm guessing that's something you expected out of him when he came?
I culturally, I knew he'd be a good fit, but I didn't quite understand what a dynamic personality he had. He's sneaky funny,
right?
Sneaky witty. He's an undercover beauty, as they say, and he's done a great job. Our guys love him. They absolutely love him, and he just sits and watches and observes, and that's what they say often. The quietest guy in the room is usually the smartest guy in the room. So. And that's how he's approached everything, and just kept his mouth shut and supported the guys, and I think it'll pay off.
Let's finish up with Colgate and your specifics on what you expect out of them and what they bring to the table every night.
One of the hardest working teams we'll play. They forecheck really hard, kind of like we do, and we got to be ready to break the puck out clean and give our D good support and some options to get it out and commit to outworking them. It's that simple. It's a simple game, but these guys work really hard, and they're gonna be tough to beat at home. So we're gonna have to bring our very best if we're gonna go in there and get a win or two.
And I understand they got a pretty big football game that weekend too, so you guys are up against the whole Colgate University, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we're going to play early on Saturday, and I guess get it out of the way so that there's not a conflict with their football game. So, but yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be a good weekend, and we're staying in Syracuse nearby, and so it'll be a fun trip. We're looking forward to it.
Final throw-out I'll let you throw back to your football team. It's been pretty impressive at the university, hasn't it, for the last couple of weeks?
It's been awesome to see, and it's uplifting for everybody when you got a football program doing what ours is doing, and it's great for our brand, it's great for our athletic department, it's great for our student body, and what Coach Graham and his staff has been able to do under some scrutiny and pressure is really impressive, and I think it speaks volumes to their character. So as a diehard Sun Devil football fan myself, I couldn't be more pleased and happy with the direction of our program, and it's something that gives everybody in the building energy, and we can take and use for us. Coach, I always appreciate your time. I always appreciate it when you can give us the time with that bad voice of yours. That's healing up. So good luck this weekend at Colgate. We'll see you next week when you get home. Thanks so much.